used to get some really good payouts because it's really trying to draw people to the community. But in that, I mean, you're pretty much pitching yourself, you're marketing yourself, you're saying, here's who I am, these are the things I'm into, here's a little sampling of some of those things like, photography, drawing, music, whatever. And,
like, for an example, I didn't believe it was worth my time or anything, so I registered an account with my Facebook, and I said to Mark, okay, I don't have time to do this. You make a post for me, and if it makes any money, I'll get into it. So he just made like a Christian post under my name, and I made like $200, $300 just off that one. So I was pretty impressed. I didn't even put any time into it. He just made a post for me, and I made like $200.
We can't hear what they're saying. I don't know if they're replying to us. Here's Roland. He is organizing the Steem Meetup Amsterdam, which I wanted to go to. It's in 6 weeks. I don't know if I'm going to have enough money.
Mr. Bloom's going on.
The ticket is $1,200 for round trip plane ticket. So
there is an account called Steemit, which is the original account that creates everyone else's account.
So Mark, show us an example of a Steemit post, so we can kind of understand how it works.
Pick a random introduce
at
yourself
least
of
10
somebody
witnesses
else.
in the top 19 if they wanted to,
Yeah.
just by itself. And we don't have any flagging capabilities, so it's not like
So
we
we're
can
just
say,
gonna search
I don't
for
agree with
hidden
Steemit
mana.
pulling these in.
Whoops. Is there a search box up here?
Well, but we have to realize that
Website's down during the meetup, huh?
the entire system is success. Because
Okay.
they do hold a lot of stake. And they have
Click on that.
who's having feedback.
Profit
So this is Amanda.
Mark practically twisted my arm to get me to do this. I was like, no, I don't want to. He's like, just do it.
Realize
That's how Mark is.
Yeah.
So $26, 109 votes on her first post. Not too bad. And
So can you get upvotes on your comments on your too then?
Yeah.
There's
People
really,
made hundreds.
I would say, 6 ways to get Steam. The one is mining it yourself. Another one is your posts, because your posts have an opportunity to make money. Another one is your comments, because people can upload your comments. I've seen comments I've made them myself. I've gotten paid $1 something for a comment on a post that made some sense. So my comment was worth like 3-4 times as much. I've seen, I got one that was like $17 on a comment. A guy, Chaos Poet, I've seen him make hundreds on comments. So when you comment, somebody can upload it. When you post, somebody can upload it. When you upload yourself, you can curate. If somebody else hit it later, and it goes up a lot because you hit it first, you can make some money off of that. And then, what were the other couple? Oh, the contest. You can enter a contest. I was running a contest, a hot pepper eating contest. I said, I'll send you some peppers, give me a valid US address, I'll ship you the peppers, record yourself eating them, keep it going for 2 minutes, I'll pick a winner, you'll get 10 Steam. Well, Matthew T. Entered one, he made $200 off his post for it, because Project Curie hit him.
It was a video?
Yeah, it was a video of him eating peppers. He ate the ghost, the chocolate ghost, and the Carolina Reaper. But he made $200 off it. He couldn't win that much in the contest. And then there's another one which is bounties, which is, here, create a program for this, solve this problem, give us an image for this, and if we like it, pay us.
Sorry guys, I messed up. When I bought this laptop at the pawn shop with my Steam dollars, the battery's been messed up and the clock was wrong, and I don't know how to fix that, so I just adjusted the clock here. I've made like $6,000 probably in the last 2 months on Steam. I've gotten a little bit early, and it's just changed my life, so I'm so thankful for that. And here we are at Steem Meetup, Wisconsin. First ever, and Papa Pepper, Nagano, True Conspiracy over here. Here's Amanda, Hidden Mana. Here's Connor. We're introducing him. And Seth Grings. We have 2 more on the way at least, so we're just introducing Steemit right now. Now let's feature Firstican's cartoons about me.
So as well, when you posting, you get to pick certain tags. there's some tags that do better than others. I mean, just if you post a picture of a kitten, you're posting kittens. Well, not a lot of people are watching the kittens tag every day. But if you post some photos, because it's photos of cats, people look at the photos, you know, so there's certain things, when you pull up the site and you go to explore, it'll show you certain ones on the top. Actually, Bigfoot is now on the top. It's an option when you go to explore, which is really cool. Because,
you create tags.
yeah, you can type in anything you want. Right.
More like hashtags.
Yeah.
What is that one?
Sign.
Effectively, for every
One thing I didn't understand, like, when somebody likes your post or upvotes it, where does the Steam come from? Are they giving you their Steam in that?
No, there's massive inflation on Steam, so I made a couple accounts that I haven't used 3 to 4 months ago, and they now have double the Steam power because there's 800% inflation at this moment on Steam power. So the price is going to go down, 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 down until a whale comes into that market thinking the price is super low. It just went up 50% the other day, so you could have increased $100 to $150 in one day. The peak of it was about 500,000 Bitcoin Satoshis, which is $3 per Steam. Right now it's at about 50 cents per Steam.
So when you go to explore here too, it'll show you a bunch of tags. These are not all the tags, but for instance, I started tagging things in Bigfoot because I was using my old comic that I illustrated in the warehouse back in 2008. I said, hey, I finally have a place to release it. So I started doing the daily adventures of the last Bigfoot, and I was just re-illustrating them on the thing. I made this t-shirt this morning. A guy already translated into Spanish because to try to break down the language barrier. I said, if anyone wants to take any of my posts, translate them into another language, you can post them yourself in the translator one. And we got, I'll be right there. But Portuguese, Spanish, German now are all things that my articles are starting to get available.
Cool.
So here, when I go to the home menu, it shows everybody I'm following. In the new menu, obviously the new posts. This is where you can find some gems before other people upload them. You want to upload articles, if possible, around the 30-minute mark because that's when you get the most amount of money for it. If you upload seconds after it, the authors are getting all the reward money for the upload. If you upload it later, then all the uploaders are getting the money that you uploaded with. And
basically my idea is like right now we had like $2 so I want everybody to start arguing with this as well.
So 30 minutes exactly?
no, anywhere around there. 15 is good.
Yeah,
It's
40
like a
is
percentage,
good.
isn't it?
Yeah.
So like
Between
29
15 and 40 would be optimal.
Okay.
But 30 is best with the current algorithm, which is changing every week, so I don't even bother keeping up with most of it until they're finished. This is still in beta. It's good to get in early. As soon as I figured out what this was, I knew it was the future because me being the conspiracy theorist that I am, I know that the governments are trying to harvest information off of us, and this information I have never released before in my life about my prepping and my gardening and all that, I am now typing and putting out there for everybody. So anything that supports the military-industrial complex, artificial intelligence algorithms, is going to be supported by millions and billions of dollars, just like Ethereum. I knew that was going to be big. I invested $75 of me and Seth's money, and I cashed out like $800. If I would have waited till the peak, we could have cashed out $3,000 to $4,000. It went up like 100 times in value, as many of these currencies have done. I remember writing some of these down on paper for when they were coming out. I was like, I gotta get a bunch of these and save them for the future. And I was right. On Dogecoin, I bought one Litecoin worth of Dogecoin, which was $30 at the time. A few days later, it was worth, my 400,000 Dogecoins were worth, I think, $400. So I made over 12 times, 1,200% profit in just a couple days.
When a post gets paid out too, anytime you go and decide to submit a post, submit a story, you have this option here to pay me 100% in Steam Power.
Yes.
Right now they pay out in
I guess you're trusting.
Steam back dollars, Steam and Steam Power.
Well, the idea
And it
is
used to
if
be
it gets such a
about
big
half Steam Power, half Steam back dollars.
because you're probably gonna get
But what happens with
delisted
Steam
from
Power,
exchanges.
that's what gives you your voting power, your worth and stuff in the system.
Yeah.
You can power down, which pays you
I
out
don't know.
for
Like
2 years
dogs,
pretty much.
right?
104 weeks.
1%
overtime.
per week for 2 years. At this current rate, between my accounts, I'm getting probably $60 a week for doing nothing.
It's
So
just like when Monroe
what it does too is it gives you
Shapeshift
vested
actually
interest
delisted
in
it for a
successful
few days
platform
this year
because you have all
because
the
of the
stuff
Monroe
tied up in
crash.
there that it takes a couple
Same
of
with
years to
the
build. So that was
Steemit.
a good move on their part. These are the different things.
So here's the wallet. Here's my transfers. I'm cashing out. Gotta buy my auctions, you know. And here's how you transfer money. Send to account Papa
worthless now because by the end of that week, no exchange would even think of touching Steam
Pepper.
ever again.
amount 10. So this is like $5 right here. Steam or Steam back dollars. Up here is the Steam, down here is the Steam dollars. Here's the Steam Power. I'll explain those in a minute. So, memo, you can just type whatever you want to say to them. When you're sending to an exchange, such as Bittrex, it's going to be a special number.
I noticed if you put a hashtag first or an asterisk first, there's a private option, but I never got it to work.
I haven't tried it yet. I didn't even hear about that. They're upgrading this
Found
site
it out on
every
my
day.
own.
Yeah, so like if you want to transfer to exchange, you got to put the exchange,
Bittrex.
Bittrex,
Right.
and then there's
Put
a
the wallet number.
With
The
two
wallet number.
T's. Not one T.
Yeah.
Somebody registered the 1T Bittrex account. So if you send to them, consider your money
They're
gone.
making money off yours.
Yeah. They did return one mistake though, $500 a while back.
Cool. That's why even the couple times I've transferred out to take care of various expenses, I've had Mark walk me through it. You know, and I'm meticulous. There's one little mistake and it's gone.
Steemit
You know.
Meetup, Wisconsin,
I haven't made enough
test transfer.
You're giving me 10
Have any
just
of
for
you
coming?
guys
Yep,
invested
$5. There you go, Kevin.
And explain how that works then. Like
Make it
once you
rain.
transfer it to Bittrex or whatever Bitcoin trading platform, how do you get it off the trading platform into your wallet? Do you transfer it to a bank
Coinbase.
account?
You take it to Coinbase right here. Go log in and
I don't know the details.
two-factor authentication so nobody can log into my account and take my money.
What?
And now you guys get to see what I blew $6,000 on in the
Okay,
last couple months.
for Ethereum rather than
Lots of camel merchandise and all that.
Authorize. Oh,
now. Did you invest? How?
double security, not just the two-factor authentication with the password, but also email verify with the new IP address. We're using the library Wi-Fi now. It knows. It's triple verification. Coinbase is amazing for security. 007 couldn't get past this.
Yeah.
Probably could.
Something that's all they do is sit there and try to hack people's accounts and they make nothing better.
I wanted to do a presentation on all the scams throughout history that have happened with Bitcoin, but I don't think we're going to have enough time for that. We're just going to do the introduction here today. It's just the first meeting. We'll do this again sometime in the future. And so you knew
Meetings every Saturday.
we could do that too. So Bitcoin currently is $620 per one Bitcoin. When I heard about it, it was $1.73. I wanted to get in. I wanted to get one block's worth, 50 coins, and hold on to them for the future because I knew with only 21 million coins and 7 billion people in the world, when this got bigger, that these coins would eventually get lost. People, hard drives crash, they lose their coins they forgot to back up, they lose their keys, and there's just less and less Bitcoins all the time because the mining algorithm is now down to, I believe, 13 or 7.
And to
per
give you guys
block.
an example, Mark told me about this in 2010. Like, dude, buy all these Bitcoins. They're going to be worth a lot of money. And I was like, Mark, you're an idiot. I'm not wasting my money on that. They were $1. So had I invested, I'd be like a multimillionaire right now.
Yeah.
And now they're worth what, 650? You said.
Yeah, they went up to 1,500 at the peak, and I asked my parents. I didn't have any money at the time, and asked them for 150 to get a graphics card to mine them, and they didn't have any money either. And I kind of just forgot about it for a couple years or a couple months. And
wanted to hear about the mining aspect.
okay,
Maybe a little bit.
so there's different types of miners. Let's go to Chinese Bitcoin mining.
€1.67 a meal.
Check this out. So we've got big factories, and
How much are you paying?
you can mine them with. It started with a processor inside your computer, the Intel, and that's how the first people mined Bitcoin. But then they made it software so you can mine them with graphics cards much faster. And this is the same cryptography that the military uses for cracking passwords. And if you crack that password, which is called finding a block, you get your whole Bitcoin block. Right now, 7 or 13 coins every 10 minutes is the block. Generally. And so that's one block at 7 coins is $3,000 or something. So people are competing, building these warehouses full of miners. If you can get free energy, such as these Chinese scammers are doing, harvesting government energy and not paying anything for it, they're making a killing. Finding the majority of the blocks of Bitcoin, $3,000 every 10 minutes. And so I started mining with the GPU after I made those Dogecoins. I invested that 400 or 500 into two Sapphire 6970 graphics cards. They were old at the time, 2-3 years old, but they didn't go down in value that whole time because of the crypto. Like, there's something called Moore's Law where power increases every year and a half by double. But none of this old hardware, as far as the mining goes, none of it went down in price for 3 or 4 years because everybody's buying them up to mine the new coins. You can still use the 5-year-old graphics cards and turn a profit on it. 6-year-old graphics cards or more, mining these new coins before they come out.
How does mining work? So like when you have to like upload a program to on your computer.
You run a mining software called like BFG miner.
And I've heard Steve Vai himself talk about Frank Zappa in a
Okay, you go if you
Where does this stuff mine from?
uplift him in every
Basically, your
sense of
computer
the
is just
word.
trying to solve a
So I'm
hash,
very
which is a computer
curious
algorithm. So, like, the
Frank Zappa is
more computing
what
power you
he
have, and the more
does.
computers or
All that I
GPUs
know
you
is
have, the more likely you are to mine that in a given period of time.
music and
I don't know, what's it mining
I
from?
disagree
That's what
with
I'm wondering.
you.
It just
the
appears
software.
Really noise.
Okay, it's called a CFG miner.
It's not really melodic. So I couldn't say that it's
CFG miner, CG miner. Yeah.
I think it's destructive.
There we go. This is some of the software that you mine from. So you download this onto your computer. There's different algorithms, and so certain software hasn't been made for certain coins yet, so you can use a GPU. For Steemit, you have to use the CPU still. And but somebody made new software where they can use their GPUs. So they are now mining most of the Steam coins. I think it's $1,400 a day. They're making $700 a day by just being the only ones in the world with this special software to mine Steam with a graphics card. So there's a lot of different types of hardware. There's CPU, there's GPU, and then ASIC, which is a special processor made just for Bitcoin or these special coins. And I don't have any of my miners here, but I am mining at home. And
I'm drawn more to, for example, DNB and dubstep is actually melodic. For example,
No, you haven't had it set up for long, but have you actually, like, got any blocks with your mining endeavors? Or?
I mine like lesser known coins. So one of the coins I'm mining right now is Sister Coin, which isn't even on any exchanges yet. It's Breakout Coin, which is the part of the trinity of coins with that crypto. It's a poker, Texas Hold'em poker coin, and also for game betting against your friends on Counter-Strike Global Offensive. So I thought this is going to be pretty big. I've usually been right about these things, and so right now, Sister Coin is totally unknown. It's me and a couple other guys mining it. And so I've already saved up about 70,000 coins. And when this hits the market, me and these other dudes are each gonna have like 20% of the coins and control that market. And that's how you make a lot of money on crypto. Get in early, get as many of them as you can for the cheap price before it goes up 100x. Some coins have gone 500x in price, where if you would have invested $1 in game credits at the bottom, it would be worth $500 now. $100 would be worth 50,000. Bitcoin went up 1,000 times in value.
It's like the stock market.
Bitcoin technically went up tens of thousands in value because one of the first transfers was 2 pizzas for 10,000 bitcoins. At the peak of the Bitcoin price, that's $15 million that guy paid for the 2 bitcoins because he got in early and he spent them early. I've done this many times before 40x pumps. I would have easily had a $10 million with just 10 different clicks.
So, but that's why it's value it as much. But
really,
I don't value it as
if you look at the time that me and Mark got in, I mean, it was 2.5 months ago about. It was a great time to get in. If we would have gotten earlier the better, so there's no time like the present, because then at least you're not doing it later. The price has dropped since then, so you see a lot of people's influence where a vote before would have been worth $400, now it's worth like $100.
Abstract
Nothing we can do about those things. But,
where there's no values, there's no.
really, you start off with introduce yourself, tagging from there. You're just kind of making whatever post you can. I've done a lot of posts on how to kind of help people succeed, but kind of part of it is to really get paid, you need the whale ones. Sometimes they come through randomly, sometimes you see what the minnows or the lesser worth people are up to. So one thing I've done from the beginning is a lot of interaction, commenting on people's posts. When I give them an upvote, so they see my name, they see my comment, they get a taste for my personality. Anytime somebody replies to me, I at least give them some sort of upvote and reply back. So, to interact with people. And the more that you do that, I think the more that people are drawn to looking for the interaction. They're like, hey, I really like this. This is a great part of your post and stuff. And as we move forward here too, there used to be a payout after 24 hours no day. Then they dropped it to like 24 hours in a week or so, I think. And then now you get paid after 24 hours. There's a payout in a month later. So you've got 2 chances to have your post make some money. After a month, it's pretty much dead in the water. You can re-steam now, so if I got one of Mark's from like a month ago that I like, I can go and click the re-steam button and then it'll show up fresh in my post, and anyone who's following me, which is like 578 people now, it'll come across their thing and that'll be like the last chance to get from it. But
at high prices.
with the interaction and the building the community, one thing I did too lately is there's users from all over the world. I got all sorts of people from Russia, China, South America, places all Mexico that are following me, that are uploading stuff that like my things. And but there's also a language barrier in a lot of things. So I told everyone, just if you like my posts, translate them into your own language, post them, and that's been really cool too because it gives me free publicity. I was never going to make any more off that post anyway, and it gives them a chance to use their skills in translating without having to have the creativity come from the new guys out there. But now, there's a couple there. The bottom one is German. The other one is Spanish, the other one is Portuguese. So now people in those languages can have access to that information, and that's going to sit there on the internet,
I've got another example.
Like you
There
just do a
was
simple Google
an
search
Italian
of
artist,
the Daily Adventures of Bigfoot,
but he actually
and it pops up like
shit
crazy
in a can
because it's been
and
put out there.
closed that can and labeled it. He actually labeled it quite professionally. Actually, and the can was labeled with artist's shit. That can, my friend, is not
So
available
for our 2 viewers out there,
any of us
I'm sure
because
there'll
it
be
has
more later.
such a high price.
We're going to post the recorded show. This is Nagano and Papa Pepper, True Conspiracy, Amanda, and Connor.
So yeah, what
Hidden
is
Mana.
Art is selective recreation.
Steemit Meetup, Wisconsin, 2016.
Worldview or metaphysical.
So I'm about to show
It
our
embodies
friends here how my upvote bot works with my 77 accounts.
relationship.
Built with Python on Linux.
I like that.
Oh yeah, you've got to be like the best at making things that are so fucking complicated.
Well, I'm just conceptualizing it
Oh no,
telling you
you're right on
explicitly
the
what it
money,
is.
absolutely.
Okay.
You are, it's just like, I guess I can say one word
So
words.
we need to connect to Wi-Fi.
I find it fascinating.
You're just gonna be Jackson Pollock, man. You just take buckets of paint and
No.
just throw it at your wall, and you sell it for millions of dollars.
Here is my account file that it took me forever to build with my 77 accounts and the posting keys.
So, has anyone seen
Lot of nice names here.
from Wassily Kandinsky?
Dinosaurs, I reserved that one for Dr. Kent Hovind
His abstract art
for when he gets on Steemit. Everybody loves Kent Hovind.
Yeah, there are two types of
Oh
abstract
no. Berries, I reserved that one for me, and candies and soda because those are future products that I'm going to be selling on this website. And then here is how you upvote with a bot.
I don't know. I think that
First of all, here's the bot.
if I look at a piece of art and
A lot of
I
computer
say
mumbo jumbo
to
here.
myself, I like it, then
And
what's
here
then is it
is how
wrong
you post the files.
that
on.
I like, even though someone else thinks it's crap, or you define it as crap.
Any articles you want to upvote, right up here.
Well, it should be judged
You
on its values for human beings or living
you just copy after the @ sign here
or showing
and post it in the text file,
beauty,
and make sure there's no
entertainment.
extra spaces at the end of this last link. Everything's got to be perfect. And then, whoops. What's going on here? Oh, it's continued from when I disconnected it. It was still upvoting when I unplugged the laptop, but I was late. So, there you go. I'm upvoting on Firstikin's articles right now, and we can watch it live on steamviz.com, which my friend Osbit Bank created. And then I'll also show you SteamD in a moment.
Steemd.com, and you find your post. There's a button on the right that says "Show this on Steam stats."
Which shows your current steam power. The more you vote, the lower your steam power goes.
I believe so. SteamDB does.
And it takes about 39 minutes to recharge your steam power.
Muckhead, I think I have.
So right now my steam power is at 92% because I've had my bot running this morning, upvoting
the
with all of
perfect
my
part of time.
accounts.
No joke. The perfect.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I just linked to a lecture on modernism and advents and how they are connected. It's a really interesting audio lecture by Leonard Peikoff where he goes into
Can you do
details
some with my
about,
phone too, please?
finding some interesting correlations between schizophrenics and abstract art and how they are disconnected from reality. Actually, they resent objective reality.
Yeah.
If you ever want to have schizophrenia, PCP is the closest thing I can imagine would be descent. Absolutely uncontrollable, wild, racing thoughts, things that are dead, voices that aren't there.
Are they
Walk
okay?
by the emotions. Not something you should do if you have an extreme illness or your family has that.
Great.
I might actually be able to download this at my university.
Cool.
It's a video.
I'll check that
And
out.
so right here,
But I'll have a link for you.
you can see my accounts are upvoting Firstikin's article. Coding. Every 3 seconds approximately. Traveling.
Yeah, it's only $4, so it's
Whale pool.
definitely worth it.
That's me.
How many accounts is that actually?
And for anyone
Right now I have
who's
77
interested,
accounts.
you
I'm going to get
wanna
another
see
10 or 20 soon.
ballet in your
My accounts
life.
total right now
Check
in
out
USD value are worth probably $7,000 to $8,000. It's down like 80% from the peak. They were worth $25,000 a few weeks ago. So I was cashing out $250 a week at that point, and right now it's about $70, which is still very nice. for the little amount of work that I did blogging early on.
There's that whole realm that I don't understand anymore. You know, but without doing all that stuff too, there's a way to succeed just simply. I mean, when I started 2.5 months ago, Mark had to teach me how to upload a picture. I didn't know how to go to post image or image save. Now they got Steam image, and other stuff. I didn't know any of that. I didn't know how to mark down. I didn't know how to upload something to YouTube, link that.
So now let's introduce you just to a couple of the people in the community so you can get a feel for it. It's different than Reddit. Reddit is a lot of angry atheists, and this is a totally different community. Everybody loves each other here for the most part. We respect each other. We don't curse at each other, but as Papa Pepper wrote, you can commit steamicide. If you make some powerful people angry, they can ruin your reputation to -1 word.
Dumb things people do in frustration that really just cost them to use brain. That once they get to a certain point, they're pretty much done unless they just kind of leave that account aside and try to start over again. They wasted everything they ever earned to a degree.
And once a day is up, everything is recorded on the blockchain forever, and you cannot delete it. So if you end up drinking too much one night and posting something stupid, the next day, that's there forever. So, and but you can edit it for up to the first day, but still, that's recorded on the blockchain what you originally said. If someone wants to do the research and go back and see what you first said, that is still there.
You know, one thing too to gain followers and interest is I've done several series. I've got one called Papa Pepper's Guide to Plant Propagation, an edible outdoors one. I'm doing the comment of his book. I've got a Love Like His.
I just linked to a
2011. I never finished, but now I have a way to release it. I have the.
Should we tell someone else what we're doing here? Go ahead. Oh, cool. Thanks for stopping by. So say bye to Steemit.
Good to meet you, Connor. Good to meet
Yeah, I'll see you. Have a good one, sir.
And it's on what's happening in the world now and how people can get stronger to get through what's happening. I have and God. This is the movie, and I've got my website up now, Connor. It's called OurDirections.org.
Let's check it out.
Yeah, you can order it
I'll write that down.
on your screen. Well, thank you guys, because we're going in for a rough road ahead. You probably know that. And I'm an old social worker and grant writer, and I did all my own research, and I found ways that people can help themselves to get stronger. And they work, like fear for one thing. A lot of people are getting anxious about the future. And all our emotions are right brain stuff. And God made us right and left brain people. You can learn to control that with your emotions with left brain things. Like even just counting numbers. Like, did you ever hear when a teacher or parent would see a child that's getting ready angry at somebody and ready to hit them? They'd say count to 10 before you do. It's not the time, it's the counting. Because that's the left brain thing, and then that pulls your emotions back out and levels them out. It's the same thing they say if you're too hyper to fall asleep. What do they say? Count sheep. It's not the sheep, it's the counting. It's the counting. I found things like this and I put it in the movie, and I also found things that God wants us to do. And I also wrote this little book years before this. And I even actually had somebody, one of the actors, hold up the book in there. I might as well.
Do you sell those?
My book?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get it downloaded on this website, OurDirections.org. You're looking for hard copy?
Yeah, how much are they?
This is $15. Okay. You want to buy it right now?
Yeah.
You can? Yeah. Okay. I'm running out of hard copies. I'm not pushing them anymore. I'm going to have to do another run on those. Just order another 100 and have them stocked up at your house. Well, I order more than that when I do, but actually I produced and I filmed and I wrote the script for this and I edited it, and thank you. And actually I know that God wants me to do this because, you know, they always say God has a plan for your life. He had me set up for this years and years ago when I first started going to college. And I mean, I committed full to him whatever he wanted. And man, he put me on this path because I became a social worker after college, and I learned how to help a person look at their whole life, physically, spiritually, and emotionally, and see what was wrong, and then write up a plan on how to help them. And then I went from there into grant writing, and I learned how to analyze problems and do, you know, research and write proposals. And so he was setting me all up to do this. And that's how I got into it. And I really know that, I mean, I'm 73, you guys, and doing this. And I'm supposed to be retired. And I did it all on a Social Security income. And now I'm going global. Put this information out to everybody. It's to help everybody in the world.
Yeah. That's like what I want to do too, the physical, spiritual, and emotional health. I've been like working on this. Here's a post I made, 23 ways I'll improve my life. And my Uncle Ray died from lung cancer, and his deathbed wish was for me to expose the natural cures and everything. And from there I went on to the spiritual too, because if you're not spiritually healthy, then your physical is going to deteriorate.
Right, like that woman that's on, talking about that, she just wrote a book on how you think affects everything in your life. My mother and dad and my brother all died from lung cancer too. And I'm the only one in the family that doesn't smoke. They all keep smoking, but I'm the only Christian too. And he does keep us.
15 more years left, I think so.
You think 15 more years?
15 to 20, till the second advent. I believe it's 7 years after the temple is rebuilt that the second coming is going to happen approximately.
It says that no man knows the day or the hour.
No, not the day or the hour, but the season.
Seasons you can know.
Yeah. The seasons
Well,
you can
it
get
was
to understand.
2,000 years from creation until the flood, approximately. I think 2,000 years from the flood until Jesus, and now it's been about 2,000 years since Jesus. So God's going, seems like a 2,000-year timeline here.
Right. The thing that I'm seeing too, and one thing God showed me, and I put it in that book, and you'll find out, it's with the seals when they're opened.
The 7 seals?
Yeah. The first one, he comes out, and he comes out with a bow and a crown, and he's going to reign and rule. Okay, the crown I see for the reigning. How's he going to rule with just a bow? He needs arrows. I found arrows in scripture, and they're in that. I wrote it in the book, and I put it in the movie. The second, and the arrows are, I'm telling you a little bit ahead of time, they're the things in the 4th seal. The second seal, he says, peace is taken away from the earth. Look at what's happening in our world now. This is not going to end until Christ comes back. You know, with the terrorism and everything. The 3rd seal, when it's opened, is a quart a week for a denarius. You know what that is? It's a scale. They equal each other. A quart of wheat would make like a loaf of bread. A denarius was back in biblical days, and man's average
A
one
day's
day
wages.
paid.
Yeah.
Right.
We're talking about yesterday, just with finding wild food seeds and stuff
That's
like that.
exactly what inspired me and him to start gardening. I wanted to quit gardening a couple times, but God gave me signs. One time I was just devastated. I was going to quit my garden, and the neighbor brought me a big box of $3,000 worth of garden seeds that day. Another day I was going to quit. I seen on the news that there's going to be more food shortages, and he gave me signs and the day's wages for a loaf of bread. And so we're getting plants growing naturally that grow themselves, and we're learning about the wild edible
That's what I
herbs.
put in that book, and I put in the movie. I said, even find out what wild foods we plant and we can eat. Like we can eat cattails and we can eat dandelions. You know, there's other stuff. And then the fourth seal, when that opens, it says that authority is given back to death and Hades. And remember when Jesus died, he took away the keys to hell, death, and the grave. It says in the fourth seal, authority is given back to death and Hades to kill a fourth of the earth with 4 things. Now, when you find out what the arrows are, that's his arrows. And I show in that book and in the movie where you find those arrows in the Bible. And it says God's arrows. And then he says what he wants people to do when he starts sending those arrows. And that's in that book and in the movie.
See, that's a recent one I did too about just wild edibles. I found the American Beautyberry down in Arkansas.
Oh.
And it's just delicious, amazing. I've got 100 of them actually.
So this is.
And they're food free.
Oh yeah. The less I gotta buy, the less money I gotta make.
So this is our first Steemit conference. It's a new blogging site, and that's what this is posted on. And it pays you to blog. So yeah, we're streaming live on the internet right now. We have like 2 viewers, but more people watch it later. And so here is the book, Tribulation Time. And what was your name? Here's the CD.
My gosh.
That's the movie there.
So everything I've been saying, you should have let me fix that.
It's the heart that matters, remember that.
That's not what I said.
I know, but you gotta realize, you guys set me up for this.
Yeah, you walked up on your own.
True.
Never know.
Maybe he led you here for a reason, and you needed to say that. Maybe
Like even
that's
this
what
one,
they
it's
do.
just
If it's just
some
one
pictures
person,
I took, some information I
here's
posted.
your message, and really, it resonates with them, and then
The end.
you never know.
You know,
Yeah,
$31.35.
because when I saw that, it made sense. And it's, you know, it says in Scripture that God's people are not appointed to wrath. But if you look at Scripture, wrath comes after the seals. The bowls of wrath are poured after the seals.
That's why they're not called sealed judgments.
Right. And the 4 arrows are called, in Ezekiel, they're called the 4 sore acts of judgment. They're going to be sore, all right.
Well, what's happening technologically, CERN underneath Switzerland, a big 10-mile in diameter science experiment, I believe is the same thing as Babylon. God said if they completed that building in Babylon, the ziggurat, I think they call it. I don't believe it was an observatory. It was another CERN type thing where they're crashing molecules in each other. They're trying to open a portal, and Google has invested in this company D-Wave that's making quantum computers, and they're trying to open up a portal to the other dimension to let the spiritual entities through, which I believe might be where the where.
Yeah, because I mean, what is it, like 10 dimensions?
They're not even joking around about this. They actually say that this is what they're trying to do, and their logo is the god what?
Baphomet? Or a star dance?
CERN's logo
CERN.
is 666.
Mind if I would join you for a little bit?
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
So here's one of their logos, the 666 right here, and then the
Oh yeah, the 666.
see, and then here it's Shiva,
that's
the
their-
god of destruction, is their other logo.
That's their thing. They have
So
that
that's what's
statue right outside
happening.
the
That's
place.
where the torturers that they talk that will torture man but not kill them, the unbelievers,
Yeah,
they're gonna
yes.
come through this portal.
Yeah, key to the
And
bottom of the pit.
it says that they don't know what's going to come through it, but they know something's going to come through. Like they've publicly stated that.
And you can see it right in movies
We
where they
all,
open
as
portals and there's a
believers-
demon waiting on the other
As
side.
believers, we know not good.
Yeah.
But, you know, other people are like, oh, well, that's just poppycock, you know? And it's like, no. This is really happening.
And so there's a spiritual battle here. We'll show you on the Steemit
These
topic
are the
here.
unseen.
Dan, one of the creators
But
of
it's not what is
Steemit.
seen, but what is unseen.
Yeah, they're messing with the unseen. 'Cause they're
Okay.
crashing
Actually-
atomic-
So
atomic
here's
particles
Stan.
together, you know, trying to make whatever.
This
So
is
like the main law.
Our reality is
These are,
melding
like,
into another one.
this is
basically
Dan's
crashing
dad
the
right here,
laws
Stan.
and the gates of what God has put into His creation.
I need to
Like
use
each
yours.
separate
Okay.
dimension. Basically, what we understand is we're in the realm of like 3D, 4D. You know,
Right.
there's like 10 dimensions.
We don't understand the fifth dimension unless you're a little child or an advanced mathematician.
Yeah.
You know, another thing I've been looking at too is the things about the sun and the moon.
Going dark.
And and what I found through my own research, and like I said, I was a grant writer for 30 years and I've done professional research, is when these huge solar flares come at us, the X-class flares, some of those are coming at us at 3 million miles an hour. And I did like a rough math estimate. That would be like traveling from here to Texas in 10 seconds. I mean, those things are moving. And what I found is when they hit our magnetic field, which goes all the way into the core of the Earth, and this could even connect with this, that's shaking our magnetic field, and it's causing a lot more seismic activity. And when that magnetic field shakes like that, or when it's punched like that, it acts like a balloon that's being punched, and then it shakes, and then it causes the Earth's crust to destabilize more. Well, when you figure it can cause more openings in the Earth all the way to the center of the Earth, it could connect with this. Not only that, but in the sixth seal, if you look at the sixth seal, it says the sun is going to turn black, so where's all that energy going to come? Some of it would be coming at us, like Earth, and the moon is going to turn red. That could be reflecting what's coming. And it says every island and mountain will be moved. So there's that connection of the Earth being, destabilized, the Earth's crust being destabilized. That's the sixth seal. And I mean, when every mountain and every island is moved in the world, that's going to cause people to be really afraid. And then after that, the seventh seal is like dead silence.
This is my friends Cody and Victoria.
Hi, Cody. Victoria. I'm Erin Woods. Nice to meet you.
Sorry, my car took a lot longer than I expected.
No, it's okay.
So, I just mean, you can look at it at alldirections.org. It's on what's happening in the world and how people can get stronger to get through what's coming in the future. And I have all these names on it too. I don't think I showed you guys that. Of statements by Captain Sullenberger, and God just made that movie of Sully. So attention is back on him. And I got a NASA satellite program manager and a climate scientist in the U.S. Government Accountability Office and different authors. This is a biopic. It's on what's happening in the world, the facts that are happening now and will in the future, and how people can get stronger to get through what's coming, and also what God is speaking.
Is that a website for you? Like your website?
Yeah. It's ourdirections.org. And I also wrote that little book. I'm a writer, and I was a social worker and a grant writer for many years. And this is where God led me, and if He led me into doing in my old age.
Glad you joined us. Good discussion. And here is, the creator of the Steemit site. His name is Dan. His dad is Stan. He used to be an engineer on drones. He's a believer, and he gets in a lot of discussions with the unbelievers in here, and just really, here's agnostic nudists on the Serengeti, and so he says that these two nudists were gonna go out of this camp here, out into the Serengeti, and they said, oh, it's fine. They didn't believe. Extraordinary claims demand extraordinary proof. You guys are still in the Bronze Age here. Your stories have no credibility at all. Most have probably been handed down for generations by word of mouth, growing ridiculously with every retelling. Besides, you're just making all this up to scare us into working for you forever. So they said, we've done our duty to you. Raja and Emma hiked off into the sunset, enjoying the fresh breeze across their bare skin and smugly laughing at the superstitions of the Serengeti people. After all, foolish notions for which there is not 100% proof could hardly be a threat to anybody. So they didn't believe that there was anything dangerous out there, and they took their own risk.
What happened to them?
Yeah, the story ends there. So he argues with them all day long, and they just mock him. This is my friend Content Junkie. He's an atheist. I try to do some preaching, and a lot of these people accept it too. They'll make fun of me, but I'm just trying to save their souls, eternal souls.
Right. That's what this is about too, is I'm trying to get people to not give up and to get serious about God. You know, how many people go to church, but they really are just kind of there for fire insurance. And I think it's like a kind of a social thing. Mm-hmm. And they've got to really start getting serious with God. Yeah. We're supposed to be warriors and doing things for Him.
So this guy's really entertaining, really smart, and I don't have the patience that this man has to reply to every one of those comments that I get from the atheists day after day. It's the same comments, like Jesus is a Mexican and stuff like that. They'll say over and over. Yeah.
Well, people just don't know, and if they only knew how good God is and how loving and kind, they don't know Him like that. I think that religion has been so hurt through history that they don't know that God is good.
Right.
God is love, period.
Atrocities carried out in the name of God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's really warped. It's so sad because if they only knew how much He loved us all.
Right. And our time here is short. I'm already 31 years old and it feels like it's gone by in a snap. Wisp of smoke. So I think we've introduced just about all the minor details of Steemit here. Here's our live stream. Oh, we've got 6 viewers now. Awesome. So spreading the word of God through the Steemit conference.
That's good stuff.
Mm-hmm. So I think we're about done here. It is what? Yep, 4:40. We were going to go till 5. So we're just wrapping things up here. So Connor and also Cody and Victoria are getting accounts probably today or tomorrow. We're going to get them on here. So we're the Grassroots Movement of Wisconsin. And you can get Steemit if you want and start blogging on here. It's a free blogging site where they pay to upvote. Me and Kevin have both made thousands of dollars in the last couple months just writing blogs. So.
I'm really not a techie like you guys are.
Oh, let's go to some of your other posts here, huh?
I'm like the armadillo and leprosy one. That would be like $300.
Yeah.
Is this being recorded what we're saying now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
$10 for adults and $5 for the kids.
Okay, which one here?
That's $193. Yeah.
$193 Kevin made for this article here.
Technically, armadillos can carry leprosy. So most people don't know that. I risked it. But someone at job said I was working at, so I grabbed it and did a post about that. Shared about it. A lot of people didn't know that article is actually now available in German, I think. Because I told people they can translate my articles, post them in other languages themselves, and just had a fun time with it. And go to the one for Tuck. Up a little bit from there. Right there. Yeah.
Mhm.
So this one too, one guy complained that pretty much because of the, let me scroll down a bit, because of all the way people are going now, that people just aren't men anymore. So I said, here's as much macho manliness as I can muster, and I talked about sports and guns, and there I am holding a live scorpion. You know, it's pretty manly. Here's a gun, and
You're just like thinking of the
work
manliest
pants and boots, and there I am not doing a makeup tutorial for men in the bathroom.
Well, that goes back.
Here I am with meat.
The first makeup tutorial on Steemit got $15,000, so that's a running joke.
So here I am with a live copperhead. Here I am with a wax mustache. I said, wax mustache, I'd like to see a woman do that. No, wait, I don't, please. And cow skull. And yeah. But some guy pretty much said, you know, I think I'm done because you guys don't even upvote men being men. So I said, oh, I'll be a man for a minute. But a lot of people liked it.
And you found your old cartoon from years ago, and now you're posting about that.
Right.
So how many people are on this?
How many total?
It's 100,000 accounts currently, but many people have more than one account. I have 77 myself, and just preparing for the future for when they start selling stuff on here. I registered names like candies and chocolates so I can sell my products on this website. So that's why I have so many accounts. But I think there's about 8,000 to 10,000 active weekly users right now. It's very small. It's early.
So
good time to get
one of my
in.
recent ones 4 weeks ago, about a month ago. Finally, the how-to you've all been waiting for, how to grab a snapping turtle by the throat. So we were out at the park eating lunch, and I found a snapping turtle. There he is. And I did a short video. Well, I was my own cameraman. Pretty much, you flip them on their back, they use their neck to flip over. When they stick out their neck, if you grab them, you wait for it, and you grab them. You can grab them by the throat. And then they're not snapping at you, trying to bite you. You know, stuff people aren't really offering. So, you know, I got a lot of votes, and even that, out of the 99 votes, pretty much a few of the high-paying people like Block Trades, Zendo, Enki, others, that's where the money came from on that. They probably uploaded it, someone maybe in full power.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Do you live here in Rapid?
Yeah.
I should get your number.
Yeah.
Click on the wallet for that. So Block Trades is one of the whales.
So his account is currently worth $1.5 million. They just got in about 4 or 5 months ago, probably invested a couple $100 before it went up in value a lot. This is like Facebook pretty much, only it's the new technology.
So obviously with that much Steam power.
When he uploads you get like $100 for your article, just by his single click.
Right, if I upload you get a cent. If my voting power sells. It's kind of like popularity.
Yeah.
Kind of like popularity. And, you know, I did one a while ago because a lot of people get frustrated. I said, you know, it's more like a lottery than anything. These people cannot find every great article online. They just simply can't. So they try. And some things you don't agree with, but some things, you know, you may. And pretty much every post you do is kind of like a ticket in the lottery. You know, it's there, it could do something. If it doesn't, well, you know, at least it was a free ticket. It just cost you a little bit of time.
So if he starts voting more, does his value go down?
Your Steam power goes down so that your votes are not worth as much, but you're curating at the same time. When you upload an article, you're getting paid a piece of that article's rewards. If you vote around the 30-minute mark after it's posted, you get the most curation rewards with the current algorithm, which they're changing all the time. So you can get rewarded for upvoting. There's also bounties and contests. There's like Kevin started a tattoo contest where they show their tattoo and tell a story about it, and they can win rewards.
I said, you know, I wish I didn't have any of mine, but they got stories behind them. I said a lot of people wind up with some, you know. What's the story behind it?
So have you ever thought about doing a Kindle version for Amazon?
You do it for me.
She needs help.
I gotta give you my number
Do we
too.
got time to sign up somebody?
I've been working on these two things for 10 years.
I don't know. We would need to put their
How many
Facebook
articles
We can
have you
try.
put out?
I've posted almost 4,000 posts, but every time I make a comment, it counts. So actual articles, for a while I was doing 4 a
No, I'm
day.
into the distribution.
So if you do 4 a day for 2 months, that's 60, or 240.
Like,
but I do about 2 a day.
And they're real short?
Well, some are real long and in depth, incredibly. Some are like, here's a picture, here's a description.
Okay.
We can try. I have a Reddit account with enough karma
Well,
now.
otherwise, maybe Connor can log into Facebook and
Yeah, that's right.
get shown.
Okay. If you want to.
That's what I'll tell people.
Want me to do it here?
Sure.
On your phone too? You can do it on the phone.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, I think
We can
do that.
$1 for each one.
We're gonna get Connor signed up for Steemit
And
here.
this needs to get around the world. Because there's nothing like this out there. I look to see that thing about the thing with the seals, or the arrows, I should say. I found one article on the internet that a ministry was like 1830. It's all what I'm talking about. God talks about his arrows. I'm sorry, I'm losing my mind here for a second.
Here's what I thought about when you said the rods of God. There is a space weapon made out of tungsten that they drop, but
yeah, it's in Leviticus. See, he's just following his own laws, because Leviticus is the book of God's laws. And in Revelation, he's following his own laws set up in Leviticus. The arrows are there. And that's where he says what he wants people to do. He says in there, I'll tell you, it's in this book, he says, I'll send this arrow on you. He talks about it like famine is one. And he says, and he'll do it like with a naughty child getting a timeout. And he says, and if you still don't turn and walk in my ways, then I'll send this one on you, like pestilence. Then he says, if you still don't, then you get the sword. And if you still don't, you get the wild beast. And then he says, and after all four of those, he says, it's just in Leviticus. He says, and if you still walk contrary to me, he says, then, like a parent says, oh, now you had 4 timeouts, now you're going to get a spanking.
how are you going to record your password on there? Do you know how to copy text on your phone? I haven't figured that out
I
yet.
will walk contrary to you in wrath. So he's just, there's the seals, and then the wrath in Revelation. Right there. And I never heard anybody ever say that until I saw that, and I went, wow. And another thing, with this movie, it's like, I saw God do, in the book too, he would make it happen, because I've never done any of this before.
Maybe you can take a picture of the screen.
And it says in Scripture, when he was sending them out 2 by 2, they were accompanied with signs and wonders. I've seen at least 50 times, I'm not kidding you, 50 times where he made this happen. And stuff, I never could have done it. It's like they let me film here in their theater, one of my scenes here. The night before, their board had voted that they would allow for the first time ever individuals with artistic or educational projects to use one of 3 or 2 of 3 rooms that they voted. I didn't know any of this. I just went and I asked the director one day if it would be possible for me to film here, because I had written scenes in 2 of these rooms in the library. Just in my head, you know. He said they had just voted the night before in their board that they would let people, and I was the first one they did, and the 2 rooms that they told me I could use were the ones I had written in my script.
Signs.
I mean, all, like 50 times I've seen stuff like this, and when you get into what he wants you to do, it is accompanied by signs and wonders.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, one of my props, and I got cars in my, because I want guys to be interested in my movie too. And my main car that I was pretending my main guy was in Kevin's garage, only it didn't end up in his garage literally. But anyway, I had written in my script, it was a red hot rod convertible that was restored. And see, I thought when I got these names on this that Hollywood would pick this up, and I could not get anybody. Nobody would look at my script.
Hollywood.
Who?
Hollywood.
Oh. Well, anyway, I ended up finally saying God wants me to do it. I did. where do I get a red hot rod restored convertible? I thought, do I have to go out to the car show? That sounds stupid. The first person I asked told me to go to this lady's house way out in the country in Nakusa, and her husband, who had died, used to be in cars, and I should ask her, because there were a lot of cars out there. And so I went out there. In fact, Ian went out there and he filmed with me in January. We froze our butts off too, but we did it. And in this, there were cars all over the place, and I filmed about 10 or 12 cars. And the last ones, we went into this garage, and there were 2 cars in there. One was a 1930 Plymouth with a rumble seat. I filmed that. I thought that'd be cool. The other one was, if you know cars, a 68 Mustang Cobra. You know that car? A convertible with a roll bar, a blower on the hood, and guess what color it was?
Red.
Of course.
I knew it.
And I've seen this stuff happen over and over, and I'm like, God, I mean, it blows me away. I needed, one of my locations was supposed to be the inside of a factory. And I'm praying, I'm saying, well, what am I supposed to do about this one, God? You know, this is the way I'm praying all the time. And, you know, the thought came that I've learned the Spirit said, I was out in West Grand driving for some reason. He said, stop and ask them here. So I felt like an idiot. I stopped my car, turned it around, went and parked, went in where he told me. 5 minutes later, I came out with the signed release form. It's Neiman's Towing.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever been in there?
Yeah, I went to school with Chris.
They got tools hanging all over the place in there, don't they? And it passed for my factory setting.
That's cool.
And it just kept going. I took my playwriting course like 30 years ago at UWSP. UWSP let me film there. And I ended up filming in the exact room next door to where I had taken this playwriting course 30 years before.
Oh, wow. It all comes full circle.
God does it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like learning to get into His will. That's the hard part, and it's when you totally sell out and say, here I am, God.
Completely submit.
You. And I mean it. You know? And then He starts, it doesn't always happen right away. He's got to
get worked on and prune your life.
But when you're at that point, and I think, how many people He doesn't have, and who you know, how many of you are really?
You close in 5 minutes. Thank you. Well, we're running out of
What is your
time.
number?
715-423-1441.
Well, that's it, guys. The library is closing, so thanks for joining us with Steemit Meetup 2016, and we'll see you soon.
What are you doing in work?
I'm the assistant manager at Taco John's.
Okay. If you want to put the book on Kindle,
Nope.
Yeah.
Other purposes,
Yeah.
you know? Prayer or whatever.
And what's your name?
Mark, brother.
Mark?
Yeah. I'll get you my number.
You want to look up my website, or is this?
I recorded it, yeah.
I mean, you can look at it right now.
Okay.
In the 5 minutes we got left.
5 minutes left.
It's,
Our direction.
4 minutes now.
Down.
okay. There you go.
There it is. There's. You can play the trailer right there. You can put the sound up.
And now listen on with the factory. What? The layoffs? Did you hear the ambulance?
That's Kevin's house.
Blood on you?
Backyard. That's you.
Every day there's something else up. Please don't add that job on top of it.
It's more pay. That's our future.
That's in the garage.
It's your way, the garage.
That's
Well,
the
at least I'm
car.
staying home now.
I'm so concerned about it all, Henry.
Everything's going to hell in a handbasket.
That's great.
Fast.
Not knowing what to do makes a person feel helpless.
We interrupt this program to announce that a 7.2
Oh God, not
That was
again!
Darren's
I heard
office.
about it. Look,
I'm not bailing you out anymore. My little brother can grow up. I have a family. The whole world's a family too. Everybody's asking me for something.
That was in his bedroom. That's in Neiman's. That's out in Nepisa.
I saw Rich today and asked him for some help.
How bad is all
That's
this
my
going to get?
youngest
The
daughter
lectures
and
are going to
two
be looking at what
granddaughters.
the future holds and
Ian's
what,
house. This is here at the
what we can do
library.
about
That's in
it, also what we
Pittsburgh.
can do about fear, and
That's
also
at the
what God
Regis
wants
Golf
from us.
Course.
Direction. I feel so much better now. How do we help really scared people?
I don't even know if I'll have the guts to go through it.
And how much time are you giving them, Lance?
So this is our plan.
Listen,
To know what to do, build up every action, do what God wants, and be ready for what's coming.
And I have an idea of something else we can do.
Why am I nervous already?
those are the names.
That's awesome.
That's the trailer.
I want to see it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Put it out to people, and I would like to talk to you guys about what was his name?
Mark.
Mark.
Just think of Mark from the Bible.
Yeah, I will. Whoever would want to put it out and get it on their Facebook and get it going like that, I was thinking if you could put it, have people like order it with your initial at the end of their name, then I would pay anybody who gets it going like that.
To get the word out.
To get the word out, like I figure $1 a copy, you know?
What is it?
Ghost pepper. You can have it if you want.